out here, getting loose, guys going through some drills. We're almost at game time, folks. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And in just a moment, we'll hear from our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last several months for Karl Anthony Towns.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Jalen Brunson out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then there's Towns, and it's Hart in at the power forward. And for the Grizzlies, we've got Santi Aldama. Also Jalen Wells out there. Ja Morant, he's out there with Zach Edey. And it's Coward in at the two-guard spot. And GA, you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from, and a Hall of Fame coach.
Oh, wow. Okay, Ja turning it loose. Someone throw that man some water.
Bridges outside. It's sent back by Edey. Here's Morant. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Towns. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Mercy. Towns relentless, not giving up after the miss, putting his stamp on this game.
Now here's Morant. Edey with a screen on Brunson. And Morant gets it to go.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Hart. Here's Anunoby. And Anunoby slams it in.
With enthusiasm, Anunoby punishing the D for giving him that opening.
And it's Morant missing. For New York, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And the dunk by Towns.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Now, here's Morant. Beyond the arc. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
As Ja gets more consistent from range, he becomes that much more dynamic. And that, let me just tell you, that's going to be bad news for the rest of this league.
Count that one.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Morant. 7 points in the game. And then Morant slams it in.
Oh, he's got some hop. Morant, this man loves to attack the rim whenever he gets the chance. And when I mean any chance, I mean any chance.
And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Pass to Towns. Back to Brunson. Launches it. Grizzlies with the rebound. Morant with it. Hart covering. Morant against Hart. Here's Aldama. Back to Morant. 6 to shoot. Edey with a screen on Hart. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Oh, one thing about Ja, he's determined.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Brunson the pass to Towns. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Edey picks one up. The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns, Greg is a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
The outstanding shooting, the post play, and he's worked on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites an offense.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock that. Oh, wow! That is powerful. Ja Morant was a great player, but he became a star once he learned how to dominate great pick and roll.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. You know, RJ, you can feel the excitement in the air. It's the season opener for both these teams.
The wait is finally over for these fans. Both teams hoping to kick things off with a win, so I expect a lot of effort tonight.
With the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard to show us the league's best shooting teams last season. Number 5, the Knicks.
Hard to shoot the ball any better than they did. I mean, they weren't the best in the league, but, man, they were right there.
And so here is New York. Some nice passing by New York here. Bells with the steal. Morant with it. Brunson picks him up. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Ja Morant able to fly with the best. He said, sometimes I get knocked out of the air and hit the floor. After the game, you may feel that. So I just pick and choose, man. Hey, 2 points is 2 points. I get it done. That's all that matters. Back to you, Kev.
He can still get up. Allie LaForce with that report. Great job as always, Allie. Thanks. It's good.
A prolific inside scorer since his first day in the league. Towns gets the job done down low.
Here's Aldama. From outside, off the mark.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots.
Put it down!
Gracious, way to get up. And this is what Ja Morant does best. When he finds his rhythm on offense, he is almost impossible to guard.
Brunson outside. And the rejection by Morant. Right wing. Pass to Edey. Edey with a screen for Morant. Edey gets the bucket.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Knicks trail by 4. Bridges outside. Hart kicks to Anunoby. Outside, Towns. New York missing again. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Pass to Wells. Now, here's Morant for 3. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Hart the pass to Towns. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Looks like it could be a big night for him. Very strong start here in the first quarter.
So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Robinson's checked in for Josh Hart. Landry Shamet comes in for OG Anunoby. Clarkson, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And Miles McBride subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Mitchell Robinson.
Tough move by Morant, taking the shot and absorbing the foul.
It's his first trip to the line. In recent seasons, availability has been a problem for Ja Morant. Greg, dig into that a little bit.
Well, from a league suspension to multiple injuries, Morant has missed a significant amount of time, but we know when he's on the court, he's a game changer.
Clarkson passes to Diawara. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, Clarkson doesn't do huge assist numbers, but he won't waste a wide-open opportunity.
Here's Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
He'll put you on your heels in a hurry. Morant slicing through the D.
Knicks trail by 4. Now, here's Shamet. 9-point game his last outing. 2-for-1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Here's Morant. And the layup's good off the glass. Morant's got 23 points.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
Morant against Clarkson. Off the mark with the little step back Johnny. Memphis leading by 6. Well, Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Clarkson looking for an opening. to Diawara. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Diawara's got 6.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And so it's Memphis, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
They've started the game the right way, penetrating the defense and attacking the rim. They're just not settling.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Landry Shamet. Then there's Miles McBride. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Robinson in at the 5 spot. Jerome with it, now guarded by Towns. There's Jackson with the 3. Connects from 3-point range. And the Grizzlies lead by 7. New York's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Towns, the screen. Outside, Robinson. Shoots a fader. Towns, no luck.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Jerome, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Clarkson. Robinson, a screen on Jerome. Now, here is Robinson. Jerome with the rebound. Now the Grizzlies are one of 8 remaining teams, Richard, in search of their first NBA championship.
And the closest they've gotten was that grit and grind era when they made it as far as the Western Conference Finals in 2013. But can they get back to that level?
Robinson on the wing. Back to McBride. Clarkson outside. 4 on the shot clock. And the Knicks miss again. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Jerome passes to Anderson. Clark sets a screen for Jerome. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Mitchell Robinson.
Tough task trying to corral Clark there, especially when he's looking to score.
And for the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. No good on the free throw. RJ, one defensive stat that teams are tracking these days, deflections. Why do you think that's so important to them?
Well, it's a measure of your activity and disruption. Even if you don't get the steal, messing up the flow of a team's offense can be so impactful.
Left side, Towns. Back to Brunson. From downtown, it's Clark with the rebound. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand.
A point guard with length. Morant can do a little bit more than just handle himself inside.
Robinson sets a screen for Brunson. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Just an ugly show for him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Clark sets a screen for Morant. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Knicks trail by 10. And G.G. Jackson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Towns. He's got 13. McBride passes to Robinson.
Oh, why, thank you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And the rejection by Jackson. Morant takes off, and Morant throws it down.
Any trip that ends with Morant going to the hoop, it's great for his team.
There's a screen by Robinson. Pass to Towns. In the corner, it's Robinson. To the paint. And then Karl Anthony Towns with the jam.
Oh, my. Karl Anthony Towns with a little extra emphasis on that one.
And that one drops. Morant's got the lead up to 12 now for the Grizzlies.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Pass to Robinson. Here's Towns. Another miss by Towns.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're
Yes! Man, that's the endless energy of Ja Morant. There's no denying that man.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout, looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Zach Edey, he's checked in for Clark. And Santi Aldama is subbed in for Gigi Jackson. Then for the Knicks, Josh Hart, he's checked in for Towns. OG Anunoby comes in for Clarkson, and it's Bridges in for Miles McBride. Here's Brunson. Oh, muscling it in, Brunson.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
Second round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at him, but it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thank you. The Grizzlies last season retired the jersey number of the grind father, defensive ace Tony Allen, the player who coined the grit and grind motto that came to define the franchise in the 2010s. Allen was a perennial all-defense selection in Memphis, and his hard-nosed play set the tone. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Bridges shot good.
The defense makes Bridges work for it, but he is more than up for the task.
And the Grizzlies leading by 10. Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. .133 left in the first half of basketball. Robinson. It's sent back by Edey. Down low and stolen by Hart. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. Hart outside. Anunoby with it. Now guarded by Wells. Anunoby, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
He's been the guy tonight. Really impressive performance.
Knicks trail by 14. Brunson, the bounce pass. Anunoby, good. Anunoby's got his second bucket tonight.
You have to stay connected to Anunoby out on the perimeter. Can't give him any daylight.
Morant against Brunson. Pass to Coward. Memphis moving that ball around. 4 on the clock. Here's Morant. Here's Edey. Robinson with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson. And New York making a change. McBride's checked in. And stolen by Hart. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. There's 18 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Brunson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And Brunson's a very physical player. Someone that understands how to bait defenders into fouling.
He's perfect from the line this time.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Morant with it. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to go on Josh Hart.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. The first one falls. Good on both. Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Grizzlies. This has been a remarkable game for him offensively. Anytime you get over the 40-point mark, it's been a special, special day. Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
Well, Carl, they're scoring pretty easily. What has to change in the second half?
Our whole defensive system right now, because it's just not working. It's not the coaches, it's us as players. We're letting them get too much, fast break. They're doing a great job, and they're hitting some shots, so we got to be able to make them miss.
Best of luck locking it in, guys.
Thank you, Allie, for that. And, folks, we'll be back with you after this short halftime break. So don't go away.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
Well, I think for the Knicks, I always prefer to start the season at home. They don't have that luxury, but sometimes the W is even sweeter on the...
And moving on now to that first half tough sledding so far for the Knicks.
To me, it starts with...
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
Knicks trail by 11. Edey out there with Santi Aldama. Then it's Jalen Wells. Then it's Morant. And it's Coward in at the 2. That's the group for Tuomasisalo as we begin the second half.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Offensive rebound. Here's Morant. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. New York's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
And this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented, different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
6 on the shot clock. Towns kicks to Bridges. Lets the 3 fly. New York, no good that time either.
Not an ideal start to the second half for them. 0 for 3.
Here's Morant. In the center of things, Morant.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Brunson the pass to Towns. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
An ominous start to the second half. They are now 0 for 4.
And Aldama slams it in.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Anunoby has the open look, and the 3 ball is good. Anunoby's got 8 points.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And they double up Morant. And stolen by Anunoby. Here's Hart. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Such a selfless player. Anunoby isn't focused on his own shot. He's looking to create.
Brunson against Morant. Pass to Aldama. Back to Morant. Morant bullies his way inside.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Anunoby outside. Fires from deep. Wells grabs the miss.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far. Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Here's Brunson. Oh, there's the muscle from Brunson.
Playing bigger than he looks. Brunson has a lot of heart.
Morant outside. To the middle. Got a piece of it. And they double up Morant. Memphis moving it around. And it's Coward missing. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for the Knicks. A 12-point game. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Akidi picks one up.
And one of the game's elite shooters, and Towns' sweet stroke definitely extends to the free throw line.
First free throw is good. And a hard-nosed defensive identity for this Knicks. But, GA, there's been some slippage.
Well, the challenge has been their 2 best offensive players get targeted at the other end. The adage, you're only as strong as your weakest link, it has some truth to it.
Clark, he's checked in for Memphis. Jerome comes in for Morant.
You know, the size, talent, and fearlessness of Towns is a lethal concoction, a prime-time player who poses many problems for the defense.
Towns, a screen on Jerome. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, an incredible offensive force. Towns showing that strength and touch off. This guy can do it all.
And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunities.
The Knicks making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Pass to Aldama. Back to Jerome. Clark, a screen on Brunson. Jerome passes to Clark. Robinson with the block. On the wing, Bridges. It's stolen. And here is Clark. Jerome in the corner. Jacks up a 3. That one doesn't go. Excellent D that time from Robinson. On the wing, Bridges. 5 points in the game. Memphis leading by 8. Jerome passes to Aldama. Jerome against Brunson. Just 5 to shoot. Jerome, good.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And he has become deadly from that in-between area. Brunson is efficient on the midi as anybody.
Ja Morant, he's checked in for Ty Jerome. And then for New York, McCourty's checked in, and it's Jordan Clarkson in for Anunoby. Pass to Clark. Morant looking around. Back to Aldama. And here's Morant. Howard. The Grizzlies with another miss. Knicks trail by 9. Clarkson outside. Robinson sets a screen for Clarkson. Wells grabs the miss. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. When you see the and again.
And what a night. Arguably the best in franchise history.
Tying the franchise mark for most points in a game. The next basket, yet another bucket.
And never in the history of franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long, long time. Shots good by Clarkson.
A fine shooter from deep. Clarkson has a good feel for when to let it fly.
And they double up Morant. From past the arc, Robinson pulls it in.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Brunson finds Robinson. Here's Clarkson. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Clarkson's got 5.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
This is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And the Grizzlies leading by 10. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's McBride in at the point.
Sharing the rock. Part of what makes Ja Morant such a fantastic player is his ability to pass.
Here's Towns over Jackson. Towns with the bucket. Towns has got 21 in the game.
Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now, he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
Morant passes to Spencer. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Spencer's got his first bucket of the night. Knicks trail by 12. About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. A shot by Clarkson, no good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
No good from Clark.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
And there's the call on Miles McBride. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And so here's Memphis. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And they double up Morant. Spencer. Robinson with the block. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. Morant against Clarkson. Shot clock at 5. The kick out to Towns. Pass to Shamet. And he's good on the 3-ball. Shamet's got it back down to single digits for the Knicks.
And the all-around game of Towns can score it, rebound it, as well as pass the ball. So skilled at his position. Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Santi Aldama's checked in for the Grizzlies. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for the Knicks. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Mike Brown was just reviewing the plan with his team. He questioned his team's effort, asking them, should I put in the bench right now? Wake up, guys. We can still win this game, but I need you all to play like you believe you can. Not exactly a fun huddle to listen to, guys.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Brunson the pass to Robinson. Now Brunson, the three. And they'll get another chance. Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
And you have to account for Towns on the backboards. He is too big to miss.
Here's Morant. Good, he hits again. That's 62 points, 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Inside. Here's Towns. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Towns has got 6 here in this quarter.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game. I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. OG Anunoby comes in for Mitchell Robinson. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Jordan Clarkson. And Jackson gets it to go. Here's Brunson. Although they're down big right now, Greg, still plenty of time left in this one.
At this point, they got to take it one possession at a time.
Towns for 3. Another miss by Towns. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one is on Towns.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Josh Hart, he's checked in for New York. Bridges outside. Anunoby in the corner. Bridges kicks to Hart. Back to Bridges. Pass to Brunson. Right in the heart of the defense. Brunson.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Timeout called by Coach Isolo. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately. Memphis leading by 14. Pass to Edey. Back to Morant. And they double up Morant. Wells wide open. Hits it from three-point range. Wells has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Hart outside. Here's Anunoby. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Knicks trail by 16. Brunson. The 3 is off.
And they've controlled the boards, and that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead.
The Knicks have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the 4th, and even 50%. Now Towns. The 15-footer. Edey rips down the rebound.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Brunson.
And what's especially hard about defending Brunson, he just plays with so much energy.
At the line for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson, taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops. He doesn't get the second one.
And one area where Brunson's improved is in the clutch. He's a monster in crunch time. Nice to have a player you can depend on in those key situations.
Edey fires, drills the three-pointer. And the Grizzlies lead by 20.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
For three, Bridges. The Grizzlies pull it in. Edey's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Morant. Missed inside. Knicks trail by 20.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Grizzlies.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece with one left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Ja Morant.
And his playmaking is what stood out to me, effortlessly creating for his teammates.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Here's Robinson. A great pass leads him right to the rack.
Assist goes to Jose Alvarado.
And Morant's got the ball here for the Grizzlies. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Hits it again. Wow. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
Alvarado up top, guarded by Jerome. Jerome with the steal. Morant outside. It's off target. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and along with Allie LaForce on the sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching tonight's NBA coverage. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Ja Morant.